Giorgio, welcome to the Connecticut Lyric Opera.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation.
It's our pleasure. You're bringing to the company something extraordinary because we tried for so long to function with our own designs, with our own creations, but obviously we are a small company and you have such a great experience and such a great story to tell, and you bring with you this beautiful set that we have behind us. Would you please tell us a little bit about your story, where you come from, how did you come to do all these operas?
Well, I was trained to be an opera singer. I studied in Conservatory of Music in my native Bulgaria, like bass baritone. And then I was accepted in the Centro di Perfezionamento del Teatro alla Scala, where I studied for 2-3 years with Giulietta Simeonato, Luciano Silvestri, and I learned a lot at La Scala because that was the real stuff. Who was there 24/7, just to say. So that's how my it still is. That's how my career became as an opera singer, and then I make debut at Teatro La Scala at age. I was lucky because they was looking for exact voice like mine. On the production, music was type Monteverdi. The composer was Luigi Rossi, and there was about 15 different personaggio that was singing inside, and I was one of them, and that was my debut on the opera stage, and it happened to be at La Scala. I was 26 years old. So that's how I begin my career. Then I start singing, and then I create my touring company in 1986. It's called Teatro Lirico d'Europa, and it's because, people ask me, why you call it like that? I said, because we perform all over Europe.
Right.
Not in one country.
You're very well known in those.
Oh, yes. I did, in the last, let's say, the beginning of the 90s, for 10 years, I did probably 2,000 shows in Europe of different type of opera, including Don Giovanni, of course. That opera I did in Europe about 400 times, and another 100 maybe more in the United States.
Okay, so my question to you is why should people care about the opera? Because now you're in the United States, I happen to be very lucky to work with the Connecticut Opera for the last maybe 20 years or so. Mm-hmm. And the question is always, we're in such a open society here. America has everything.
Yes.
From the highest culture to the struggles of the most fundamental nature. Why should we care about the opera?
Because opera is fantastic art. As much as I love symphony orchestra, I know that you have a symphony orchestra yourself, or ballet, but I think that opera combine all this stuff together. Ballet, symphony orchestra, voices, and the majority of the opera, many of them, true story. Mm-hmm. You know, when I did Don Carlo years ago, I went to Escorial in Spain, where there's real stuff happening with Filippo II. Mm-hmm. So I was very impressed. And its history, if you read some of the libretto of the operas, they were always behind some big book, like the Traviata is like that, or the Tosca is Vittorio Sardou and stuff like that. So it's very interesting, the whole together. And I really think that we should try to preserve opera and the classical music, because this is a different feeling. It's not like pop music, you know, it's just different feeling of the human being. I know, with all the respect of pop music and stuff, I like some of the stuff, but my passion is classical music, and I've been trained all my life, and let me tell you this, that I try to preserve the classical opera production, whatever I be. I left this stuff to other people to do. I don't like modern production. People maybe will think that I'm old-fashioned. Maybe I'll die that way. This way. Because I strongly believe that we have to respect the composer, what did he have in mind, because if the poor Giuseppe Verdi or Mozart stand up from the grave and see what kind of people do with their opera on stage, they because forget about I'm going down again in the grave. Yes, I strongly believe that. That's why I try to do my best to preserve as much as we can, because, you know, with all these new cultures now left and right, the classical music is, let's say, is not an art from today. It's come from many, many, many years before, where they didn't have a guitar at that time to play, let's have electric guitar and stuff like that. it's slowly going, and I try to preserve that. I don't force anybody to come and see the opera, but whatever I believe, I try to put it on stage in an honest way. And when I go to my bed tonight, I said, I did whatever I can, how the composers think that opera is supposed to be. And that's why I am.
Giorgio, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much again for the invitation, and I hope that we can see for another production together.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Invite everybody who is watching this video to come and see Don Giovanni.
Thank you.